Hello, this is Art Johnson, and welcome to part two of our Virbela tour. We took you to our info center to help you quickly ramp up with the quick start guide and all of the resources there to become your avatar self. This is my avatar self. And the next thing I want to do, we're really talking about what we can do to help reduce the cost of employee churn of new hires that are frustrated by not seeing companies doing fun things and things that have to do with dealing with climate change and taking effective climate action, not greenwashing, but doing some really good things. And we've been talking to our CEO, Dave of Fictitious ABC Corp, who has come to us with five major issues that start with that, and then also deal with the cost of reducing the cost of his global office operations across the planet, as well as the cost of the transportation back and forth to those office locations around the world, and then his frustration with having to pay all this money for participating in third-party conferences, trade shows, and job fairs, and then lastly, his huge carbon footprint, how to reduce that and take some positive climate action. So anyway, we're going to start with giving you a tour of Virbela because I think you'll see it's fantastic. The videos that you just watched at the info center has you to navigate two ways. First of all, I'm going to change my regular perspective now that you see me talking here to you, but I'm going to go to set my normal camera view and turn around here. You see it's pretty expansive over here, and direct you to some things. I can go forward and back with my arrows, or right and left, and that's really neat. Up here, I'm going to go to our map, and the map is really nice because it'll show you that you're in an island. You're on an island here that's really robust with full of destinations here. And there's two maps here. This is the local map, and then there's a world map in case you wanted to lease your own island with the whole environment on it. So that's really, really neat. And so that's a good place to navigate to. And this red dot here shows you we're at the Welcome Center. And if you notice that I can hover over these different buttons, and then the destinations are kind of related to that context. I'm going to take you to some kind of neat destinations here. A lot of them are outdoor ones that are really, really fun. And so let's start with the real fun, active ones here first. Let's go right to the sports fields. So if I click on that or move over here to sports fields, then you see that that sound is coming out of the subway, actually being teleported over here. So you see I have a really nice, the sports fields on one side has basketball courts. On the other hand, there's a soccer field. And there are three different courts here that are really fun. And as soon as you get here, you get instructions about how to play, how to grab the ball and shoot. And so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm not that good. Practice makes perfect. But if I click on this and then hold my mouse right over kind of where it is to get the perspective right, and then let go, boom, boy, am I lucky today. So that's really neat. So that's fun. And your new hires will just love coming over here and shooting some hoops. Then the other place over here that's really nice is the soccer field. And it's across the other side of this place over here, but I can plant my little icon and then it'll walk right over there to the soccer field. Look at the environment. It's so lush here in terms of really fun things that you experience. And I'm just go right in front of my soccer ball here. And as I come closer up to it, you'll see that I now have an arc here and I'm moving my mouse to get this to move. And then if I hold in my mouse button and then let go, it'll kick. And I actually made a goal. It kind of bounced out of that, but I did make a goal. So that's a real fun thing here. So that's really nice. We're going to go to some other outdoor locations here. Beach Beacon Beach Station is really nice. That's a whole beach station, and inside that zone, you can hear music and start to dance. There's some dance moves. It's right near the lighthouse. That's why they call it the Beacon Beach Stage, and that's really nice. We're going to take you to the forest campsite, and when we get here, you'll see that there's some real nice features here. Now, as soon as I go in here, because I have special permissions as a Team Suite user, and I can change the campsite location. Right now, it's kind of showing you with a screen, but I can actually go over here and set the default. And you see I've got a fire burning over here, and I have kind of a semicircle seating arrangement over here. But I can change this to a circular seating if I have more people all the way around the campfire. And that's really nice. And then I can make the web screen show up as well. So that's kind of nice. So that's a neat kind of feature here. And then there are private volumes, so people close to you can have that conversation, or you can have the private volume turned off and have it disabled. So you have the kind of this more spatial audio. People close to you, you hear closer, and ones farther back, you don't hear as quite as loudly. So that really is really nice. I'm going to take you to another place over here. If I go use the go-to menu over here, I'm going to take you to the amphitheater. And the amphitheater is really nice. It's an open air amphitheater. As soon as you get closer, you see the screens light up. And of course, the distance of the screen is not important because you can zoom right into that screen and see the screen close up, or you can zoom at least to the stage and see people on the stage doing some things, which is quite nice. So, and we'll go back out of this. And over here, you can walk around and really start to see how lush this architecture is. I just found this place over here, and we'll just walk over here. And the architecture is just gorgeous here. And this is the amphitheater patio. So imagine this, and this is an open campus here. So if you can, we encourage people to become their avatar ourselves, you can start meeting here on this campus for free, on this in this open area. And we're really encouraging that. And we're going to be doing some nice events here that relate to taking climate action across generations, across genders and all that. So it's really nice. I really encourage you to meet and do some things. I'm going to now take you to another area. I'll go to the menu here, and it's a kind of nice, I'm going to take you to the Pride Speakeasy, and that is a kind of nice, a speakeasy is kind of nice for having some dance functions here. I'll just go inside, and you'll see that they'll go, and I'm going to go turn around. So I'll turn around so you can see me here, and I'll turn view my avatar so I'm facing me. And so you have dance moves here. So you can, as the music is playing, you can do the twist. Now imagine a whole group of people having fun doing this. It's really fun when you see it. Or you can do the swing, or you can do the samba, or it just goes on and on. You can do salsa, like the cha-cha-cha, and you can do robotics, be the robot, and it keeps on going on. And then the robot, and then we can do the house dance, and the hip hop, We get hip hop. That's nice. And headbangers. That's headbangers. And Gangnam. And there's Gangnam music that goes with Gangnam, which is nice. And even breakdancing. I get tired just watching this. So that's good. I will. I'm going to go back to our. I'm going to go back to our welcome area, and there's a cultural center. I want to take you there too. And we're probably going to participate in openly in the Climate Action Center. This is the Climate Action Center, and we really, really are excited by the fact that the folks at Virbela have really started to be listening to what the universe needs. I know we've been communicating and creating a climate action center. And so we think we can really do a world of good here by reaching out to communities of people, particularly communities of color and diverse communities that don't get as much attention, who are taking climate action themselves, as well as really important organizations like Project Drawdown and the great work they're doing, with climate action at work and corporations. And they're kind of bringing a lot of stakeholders together. So let me give you a quick tour. This is a team suite architecture, but it's really, really robust. This particular side of it here has 18 different offices here. And they're all kind of based on categories that come out of Project Drawdowns, what we call the Climate Solutions Library, which is over 100 different categories there. So there are 36 offices here, and with based on these categories. And categories mean there are people and companies and organizations and volunteers and all kinds of people that are focused on these different areas of climate solutions that can draw down carbon. So Project Drawdown is about drawing down carbon through these various practices that have been developed over years with many different stakeholders across the planet. And we think this is really nice in terms of doing this. This is just one floor, and there's a whole nother floor. If you go this way, you can see how big this is. So it's 36 different offices. And so one of the things that we recognize the need to do is to grow the open community on the campus, to encourage people to come aboard as their avatar selves, or even to see some of these events live streamed over YouTube and Facebook Live that we are intending to do anyway. We were starting by doing this initially on our private team suite, and we may still do that. But based on how well our conversation goes with the people of Virbela, we might be able to do this right here in this Climate Action Center and flow a whole lot of good that could result in a major event that can, that we can write home about. So this is really neat. I really encourage you to visit this place, become your avatar selves, and see all the great resources here. The names of some of these places are kind of neat: climate anxiety and mission control. And then they have these stations, I think, with videos on food and land and kind of the major subject areas for drawing down carbon. So this is really, really neat. So I just think that this is really, really nice. Kind of related to this, I'm going to take you to a kind of important space with a kind of a mindset and about that has to do with the care and kindness that we might have or need to cultivate for our planet. So I just found this out. If I go over here to, I think it's to this, no, it's to the to the downtown experience, there's a very interesting architecture here called Pale Blue Dot Experience. And I'm going to take you there. And I would like for you to experience this because this really moves me personally. So here we go.
The Voyagers were guaranteed to work only until the Saturn encounter. I thought it might be a good idea, just after Saturn, to have them take one last glance homeward. From Saturn, I knew the Earth would appear too small for Voyager to make out any detail. Our planet would be just a point of light, a lonely pixel, hardly distinguishable from the many other points of light Voyager would see, nearby planets, far-off suns. But precisely because of the obscurity of our world thus revealed, such a picture might be worth having. While almost everyone is taught that the Earth is a sphere, with all of us somehow glued to it by gravity, the reality of our circumstance did not really begin to sink in until the famous frame-filling Apollo photograph of the whole Earth, the one taken by the Apollo 17 astronauts on the last journey of humans to the moon. It seemed to me that another picture of the Earth, this one taken from 100,000 times farther away, might help in the continuing process of revealing to ourselves our true circumstance and condition. It had been well understood by the scientists and philosophers of classical antiquity that the Earth was a mere point in a vast, encompassing cosmos. But no one had ever seen it as such. Consider again that dot. That's here. That's home. That's us. On it, everyone you love, everyone you know, everyone you ever heard of, every human being who ever was, lived out their lives. The aggregate of our joy and suffering, thousands of confident religions, ideologies, and economic doctrines, every hunter and forager, every hero and coward, every creator and destroyer of civilization, every king and peasant, every young couple in love, every mother and father, hopeful child, inventor and explorer, every teacher of morals, every corrupt politician, every superstar, every supreme leader, every saint and sinner in the history of our species lived there, on a mote of dust, suspended in a sunbeam. The Earth is a very small stage in a vast cosmic arena. Think of the rivers of blood spilled by all those generals and emperors, so that in glory and triumph they could become the momentary masters, fraction of a dot. Think of the endless cruelties visited by the inhabitants of one corner of this pixel on the scarcely distinguishable inhabitants of some other corner. How frequent their misunderstandings, how eager they are to kill one another, how fervent their hatreds. Our posturings, our imagined self-importance, the delusion that we have some privileged position in the universe, are challenged by this point of pale light. Our planet is a lonely speck in the great enveloping cosmic dark. In our obscurity, in all this vastness, there is no hint that help will come from elsewhere to save us from ourselves. The Earth is the only world known so far to harbor life. There is nowhere else, at least in the near future, to which our species could migrate. Visit? Yes. Settle? Not yet. Like it or not, for the moment, the Earth is where we make our stand. It has been said that astronomy is a humbling and character-building experience. There is perhaps no better demonstration of the folly of human conceits than this distant image of our tiny world. To me, it underscores our responsibility to deal more kindly with one another and to preserve and cherish the pale blue dot, the only home we've ever known.
I'm going to stop this right here. And this is a great time to pause and reflect about, I think that was Carl Sagan, but it's a great video that kind of sets the tone that really speaks to where our ethos, where we're coming from, not only just as a virtual enterprise on Virbela, but as a human being, as part of humanity that needs to come together in a timely and critical way to save ourselves as we morph and as history evolves and unfolds. So if you need some more information, so what we're going to do next is we're going to continue our exploration with some of these really great engaging locations on Virbela. And then we're going to then go to our team suite and talk about our plans for addressing climate change, not only as a challenge, but really as an innovative opportunity that's really for an evolving, whole new fourth industrial revolution that can do a lot of good if we come together and address some of these big issues that are all. The reason why I'm involved with climate change is because it includes everyone across generations, across cultures, across genders, across communities, including communities of color, across the planet, across all market sectors, across all nations, across the entire planet. So that's the big view that I need you. We all need each other. We all need to recognize the beauty of who we are, as well as be aware of some of the mistakes that we continue to make and correct them. So if you need some more information, you'd like to connect with me, you can text or call me at 206-920-8067, or you can email me at support@newworldcom.com, or you can visit my website and look at our resources there and go to our Contact Us page, and let's connect by doing a Zoom call with you and key members of your leadership team. Look forward to working with you. That we can do this. Thank you.